Yo, it's your boy Oakley, and today we're just gonna be doing another My Hero What If. This is gonna be Naruto X My Hero Academia. Basically, this is what if Deku was the reincarnation of Sasuke Uchiha. So let's get straight into it. This would all start off with Deku being 4 years old and pretty happy to go to the quirk doctor to see what his quirk is. Inga would take him to the office, and the quirk doctor would tell him that he does not have a quirk at all. Deku would be distraught of that he doesn't have a quirk at all. That means he can't be a hero. Every now and then throughout the 2 years he would train, and one day when he comes from elementary school he would see his big brother Itachi for now, if you can think of a name. So he would see his brother Itachi for now, if you could think of a name. Basically murder his mom and dad. He would scream out in agony, and just why would he do this? And Itachi would look at him with Mangekyo Sharingan with his eyes bleeding, and he says, "For my own self gain, to see how powerful I really am." Then he would put him into a genjutsu and walk out, and once Deku is in the genjutsu, he just witnesses the death of his parents once again, and when he looks up where Itachi was, Itachi is no longer there, and he unlocks the Sharingan. Throughout time, Bakugo and Deku have a rivalry, kind of like Naruto and Sasuke's, but Bakugo is still Bakugo, and and Deku's pretty much like Sasuke. They're not really friends at all, but they just fight each other from time to time. And, Deku, I guess you could say he went too far in one fight with his, he went too far in one fight. And, you know, he be dead. And, he would basically just be, well, he went too far, and Bakugo would be beaten so much that he looked like he died. So Deku would get his three tamale. He didn't unlock two tamale when Itachi killed his parents. See, over time he got to two tamale. Then he's gonna get the three tamale. So Deku, having the three tamale now, his eyes kinda hurting, and he's still worried about Bakugo. Then he finds out that Bakugo is alright, and he's like, okay, I didn't really care about you anyway. And he just pretty much walks off and goes back to his house. Actually, his house is relocated, and I'll say that I'll say that Uraraka, because you know how Sasuke, when he first got his one Tomoe, he had one Tomoe in one eye and two Tomoe in the other one. That's basically what Deku's gonna have. That's why his one of his three Tomoe is gonna become a Mangekyo. And yeah. So Deku, I'll say that Uraraka in has met Deku and Bakugo. She actually goes to the same school as them. So yeah, Deku, you know, for the 11 months or the 10 months of training, as he would be walking home thinking about what he's gonna do, and as he goes through the tunnel, a sludge, the sludge monster would basically through come through the, the sewer basically, and All Might would attempt to basically try. All Might would attempt to capture the sludge villain, but Deku would already have it handled with his three tamale be able to, because no one can get out of his genjutsu because no one else has chakra. So his genjutsu is basically godly at this point. So yeah, that's gonna come in later. Gonna be cool, but hmm, he can see the movement, so he dodges them, uses a genjutsu to basically put him in a genjutsu, and All Might captures him. And he does he he used to like All Might, but he he's just kind of like you don't like him as much as he did. So with Deku, I mean with All Might flying off, he would never know about One for All or All for One or anything about that. At least not yet. Well, Deku for the 10 months of training, basically, do what he would actually think of cleaning the beach to basically just up his strength. Even though he's already pretty strong, he thinks it's gonna be worth it. Since he can do that with ease, a lot easier than Deku did in the original, he'll probably be able to train more in Jutsu, Taijutsu, and Genjutsu on his own, and sometimes even spar with Bakugo if he wants to get bodied. So with a time skip of the UA Enter Shazam, Deku being smart as fuck because he's Sasuke, he would get the highest score on the written test. On the written test, either by cheating or doing whatever, because he's just that smart. And you know, for the actual practical exam, when before the gates even open, he just when the gates open, he just blitzes all the robots. Deku still has a sword, which technically they're gonna take it away because it's My Hero Academia, and Deku is just stabbing these robots easy. And at this point, throughout the 11 months of training, he would have Mangekyo Sharingan, and he can barely see. He's only using his senses to the point where he's only using his senses, like his actual, hearing and just the senses from his Sharingan. Like he can barely see. Like he's not seeing most of the time. And Deku knows a little bit about the Sharingan, mostly the Mangekyo because that's the most famous one. Basically, he knows that if you unlock it, which he already does have, well, he already unlocked it. Since he does have it, he knows that you're gonna go blind. That means he has to find his older brother Itachi to get his eyes back, or to get eternal Mangekyo. And he would have Amaterasu, Chidori, Karen, Thunderclap. He would have all of those. He would have all of those weapons. And there was a time where three-pointer robots would all crowd around Deku, and Deku would use Thunderclap, and Deku would put his hand up, and everybody's looking at Deku like that kid's gonna die, and that's when clouds would basically appear around the sky, and a strike of lightning would come or just come from the clouds or his hand. I'm not totally sure where it comes from, but a strike of lightning goes up or down, and basically thunderclap. And he says, "Be gone with the thunderclap." And he pretty much got 9 points just by thunderclapping these robots. So it was pretty easy for Deku to do, and everybody was amazed. It's like Itachi, like even Ida's like, damn, that power. Even I mean, even everybody. and this would be a factor of Uraraka, being caught by the robot or being about to step on, because you see a big light of thunder go down to a kid, and basically three shots come out to kill robots. What are you supposed to do? Do you stand there or do you go near the thunder? So yeah, and basically with her stopping, a zero pointer would knock over a building, and that's when she would be caught under debris. The debris. Then she was about to get stepped on, and since she wasn't running, more than half of her body is covered. It's just her neck out at that point, and since how blurry Deku's eyes truly are, he's barely telling them. He's just telling them by the colors of stuff at this point. By just seeing, just trying to focus all of his energy into seeing Uraraka, all you can see is a glimpse of her, and all he thinks is her getting stepped on because he can't truly see. He's seeing like his eyes are blurry basically. So we'll basically have the after effect or the before effect where it would look like something's already happened, but it really hasn't. So that's where Deku in his left eye or his right eye, I'm not totally sure. In his left eye, he would gain a Renegon, and he's at full power now, baby. Let's go! He's at full power now. So basically, Deku is just godlike, and he would just blitz over there and try to save Uraka. He would basically grab, the Zero Puncher's foot and just throw it. He would just throw it by his foot and basically save Uraka with ease. And I'm just gonna say Uraka is one of those girls, but she's one of those girls. She likes Sasuke slash Deku, I guess you can say. And you know, pretty much Deku already makes it in off rip for doing that lightning thing, and he just saved that girl. So he had about Bakugo's points plus, so he had like 80 points, and plus the 60. So he was in the hundreds. He was in the hundreds. So they just had to let him in. And for the next day or the official day of My Hero Academia, I guess you can say, he would pretty much walk to school, and he pretty much walked to the school, and no, he pretty much gets all the girls, but he doesn't pay attention to them, just like Sasuke. And as soon as he comes into, or as soon as he sees Class 1A, he looks at the door and he just opens it, and he sees Bakugo and Ida arguing. Ida is basically saying, "Get your feet off the desk, it's only the first day and you're already scuffing the school up. You're a disappointment." And Bakugo is like, "Well, who put a stick up your ass? Was it your school or your mom? I just might have to blow this whole school up, including you." He said, "You would threaten running your classmates? And you ain't general? Are you sure you're in the right place?" Oh my gosh, man. What am I doing? Aizawa basically tell him to shut up and get on you know, their UA costumes, and yeah, and they're going outside for the training thing. And since Deku is going first because he has the highest score, Deku would go first for the ball throw. And I'll say he throws the ball. Actually, I feel like he would put them. Yeah, he's gonna put them all in the Genjutsu. You see what I do. Well, he's not gonna put them all in the Genjutsu, but he's gonna activate Genjutsu to change his numbers. So basically, he's gonna make the number appear to be affinity, even though it's not truly a number. I don't know if it counts as a number, but he's gonna make it do affinity, and the rest of him, he's just faster and stronger than anybody else because he has the Mangekyo, he has the Renegon, plus he's been training since he was 4. And most of these people have not trained in the last 14 years, or the last 5 years. They haven't trained since then. So Deku's pretty much almighty and powerful. He pretty much gets first place, and when Uraraka gets infinity, Uraraka piques his interest just because she got the same number as him. Now, now he's wondering if she's like any strong, cause then she chops it up as Bakugo probably being stronger than her. And Bakugo doesn't even seem like he's that strong either. Then, when Bakugo is looking at Deku, he would notice his left eye is purple and has a weird pattern of multiple circles around it. And, he's just looking at him like, what the hell? Then he says out loud, "What the hell, Deku? What's wrong with your eye?" And that's when Deku would just straight look at him. He's just like, "What do you mean? What's wrong with my eyes?" And that's when he basically would widen his eyes and put him under a Genjutsu, like nothing ever happened. And all they see is Bakugo just looking like he's going crazy. And that's pretty much the first day for. It's pretty much their first day. That's all I'm gonna leave it off at. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And that's it. Bye. Just why are you still? Yo, it's your boy Opally, and today we're just gonna be doing yet another Mario What If. But this What If is a little bit different because we're doing what if Deku was the reincarnation of Sasuke again. So yeah, let let's do this. This is gonna be it right now. So yeah, we're gonna be covering the hero versus villain stats and the USJ. So let's get into the story. After the ball throw and all the tests that they did for Aizawa, they pretty much just go home. No one really getting expelled, and they just go on with their lives. Since they're coming back to UA, they're all in the class, and Aizawa is pretty much telling them about the UJ. The Yeah, they're telling them about the UJ, and we're going right now. So they pretty much all pile up on the bus to go to the USJ, and that's when they all talk about quirks and all types of things. So they eventually get to asking Sasuke or Deku. I'm just gonna call him Sasuke for now. They're gonna get to asking Sasuke for what his quirk is and what does it do and how do you use it. And he's basically like, I don't really, I don't really have a quirk. They don't really believe him because he's like mad fast, super. He has he's mad fast, mad strong, and plus he can do all types of things, and plus he has weird eyes. So no one believes him. No one believes him. It's kind of hard to. No one really believes him though. If you can see the picture, that's kind of what he looks like now, but older. So kind of like older Sasuke when he's like a teenager or whatever. So they eventually get to the USJ, and it's pretty much just the USJ. And Sasuke can sense faint chakra you know, coming from in the middle of the USJ. So he just puts his, he just started paying attention to what's going on over there. And that's when, on cue, a portal opens, and Shigaraki and his boys start coming out, him and his gang. And they pretty much try to teleport him all through different places. But you don't catch Sasuke because Sasuke has the Mangekyo and Renegon. So he just moves faster than anything at this point. Like Sasuke is already God at this point. Okay. So he just sees Shigaraki and he's like, I'm just gonna take him out first. He doesn't seem like he has any like Shigaraki. He don't look like he's gonna fight nobody without his DK. If somebody took his DK away, he'd be dead right out the bat. So Sasuke just pulls up on him, and you know, then that's when Shigaraki tries to go for the DK, for the last resort because he's that close to bodying him at this point. He's that close to bodying him, and he tries to go for the DK, and since Sasuke is so fast, he has to try to grab his leg, try to slow him down and take off his leg. So right, he DKs his shoe, and he says, "Okay, it has something to do with decaying things." So, yep. If you ever seen Naruto in the Chunin exams, you know what Sasuke did with that curse mark. He gonna do Shigaraki dirty. So he grabs his arms and breaks them shits and throw them. Shigaraki ain't shit until now in the manga. He's fucking crazy, but he ain't shit right now. So he just throws them, and Shigaraki's pretty much telling the Momu to fucking kill Sasuke. Sasuke's limping around with no shoe, about to trying to body this this Nomu right now. So we pretty much just have other things to worry about. Ain't nobody. I don't really care about the rest of those students. It's about Sasuke right now. So Sasuke pretty much pulls out the sword because he can see if you that big, you should be able to take a hit from a sword. Okay, you should be able to take a hit from a sword. He says, I'll just try to cut off the arm, see if something happens." So he goes to slice off the arm. When he does, the arm kind of regenerates, and it has shock absorption. Like, can you really shock absorption a sword? Well, really, I guess so. So you know how it be. You ever seen Dragon Ball Z? Oh, you have to kill every cell in his body. So you know what Sasuke has to bring out. Sasuke, if you don't know, this is some science right here. Sasuke uses a fireball jutsu to basically he puts it in the air. He throws a fireball jutsu in the air, basically, and that pretty much changes the clouds. It changes the clouds, so it makes the clouds appear because it's science. I don't really know about it, but I know that that's what happens. So he has to do be gone with the booty clap. No, he thunder claps the Nomu, and the Nomu got clapped. There's no other way to explain it. It incinerated every cell in the Nomu's body. I mean, for all we know, in canon, that Nomu could still be alive. It just flew out the UJ. So yeah, yeah. So he kind of with Shigaraki not really be able to do anything, and the Nomu kind of fucking dead, just a pile of ashes right now. And you know how Shigaraki is. You cheater! You cheated. That was supposed to be able to be All Might. You cheater. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna say that Naruto will be able to be All Might. Naruto and Sasuke, they'll be able to be All Might, especially Sasuke. I mean, I'm not trying to hold Naruto. Naruto will probably be able to beat him easily, but he has the running gun. So if you have the running gun, it makes you Jesus. So yeah, I'm sorry. It just makes you a god. Yeah, yeah. So even though Sasuke doesn't really use this move, he can do it. Okay, so I'm gonna make him do it. I'm gonna make him do shadow clones, and he's just gonna basically run around the place, or at least his shadow clones are, and he basically is just gonna run around the place, just basically looking out for people, cause he might as well. He has to pity these kids because they all trash, they all dookie. So, he's pretty much he already bodied Shigaraki in the know, and he's just looking at Karagiri. He's like, "Do you really want this smoke? Like, do you really want more smoke? Like, you just take your boy and run. Take your boy and run." And I feel like Shigaraki would be so mad that he would probably even tell Karagiri to fucking fuck him up, try to fuck Sasuke up. Sasuke's like, "Okay, bet. Let's just go then." Because all you can really do is portals. The best you can do is just put me in a portal and dip. Like, I mean, and he's way faster than any portal that he can generate. I mean, at this point, he's not even using Mangekyo Sharingan. His Renegon is not even activated. He's using one Tomoe. These kids are dookie. I mean, honestly. So when he's kind of fighting Kirigiri, Kirigiri's kind of smoke. He can't really hit him. But I don't know what's up with Kirigiri's body though. So I'm just gonna say that Sasuke will just basically use a Phoenix Fireball Jutsu and hit it with Shigaraki. Shigaraki, he knows he's fucked up, so he's just gonna I mean, yeah, he's gonna throw it at Shigaraki so Kirigiri would get closer to him and he'll be able to help the other classmates. Because all Kirigiri can really do is kind of guard Sasuke off and try to stop him from helping the Shadow Clones to help other classmates. So he can't really do much other than that. And with him throwing the fireball at him, pretty much making Shigaraki a decoy with his two broken arms. Like them shits are actually broken though. Tough luck, buddy. Tough luck. That's when All Might pulls up on him and he's like, "So the situation was already handled?" Yeah, yeah. So he pretty much just I kind of find it hard. I think that we should just arrest him right now. So basically, the cops are called, and Shigaraki is put into a hospital because he doesn't fucking have well. He can't even use his arms. Okay, he's a fucking vegetable at this point. You know he can't run. You know he can't run. You know he can't run. I just feel like he would be a person that doesn't really know how to run. So pretty much, he's just a vegetable. He can't really do much. So Shigaraki's in the hospital. Kirigi's going to fucking jail. That's kind of the last of you. Well, Kirigiri would escape. No. And fucking get Shigaraki. They would just escape out of jail for just doing portals and shit. All that. But it was worth a try. Okay. Yeah, everything is pretty much fixed up because Sasuke wasn't here. All y'all been dead. So yeah, let's all thank Sasuke. And no, mm, it's Sasuke. So yeah, let's get on to the fuck. I just skipped over the hero versus villains. Well, I'm just gonna put the hero versus villains right here. And since I just skipped over that, I'll do some sports festival because this is a good day. I'm gonna make a long. I'm gonna make a long what if. So yeah. Yeah. So right now we're gonna get the hero versus villain. So I just switched it by accident. So once they do get back for the next day of UA, they basically do the hero versus villains, and All Might's there. Yeah, that's a benefit because All Might's here. So All Might's pretty much watching the teams, and no sense a ship has already been made in the comments. It's Momo and Deku in this one. So yeah. So it's Momo and Deku paired up with Ida and Bakugo. I mean, somebody gotta realize that Bakugo is the worst person to be paired up with anybody. He doesn't do anything but try to do everything on his own. Just saying, he needs to go. So, with Deku basically being Sasuke, he's even smarter. So, he would, he knows everything about Bakugo. He knows how he fights, just like in canon, just to a higher degree, just because he has Sharingan and Rinnegan. And since I haven't really been capitalizing on the Rinnegan this much, I'll make him use some of the paps. So yeah, that'd be cool. And when Bakugo pulls up on Deku or Sasuke, he's basically gonna use an explosion, and turns out it's a substitution jutsu. So now Sasuke is in the air with Bakugo, and he basically grabs Sasuke's arm and pretty much takes away his energy with the Rinnegan. And he does that Sasuke barrage, the Sasuke's line barrage thing while he's in the air. So he basically just fucking bodies Bakugo. Bakugo has no energy to use his quirk, and he got kicked in the mouth. What the fuck? That's just how does your day go that bad in just 5 seconds? So they pretty much beat Bakugo, or Sasuke beats Bakugo. Momo is sitting there like, the fuck just happened? He just pulled up on us. It was 5 seconds ago. Just pretty much get bodied. And they just go up to Ida, or they go up to the fifth floor where the bomb is, and he's like, they just walk into the room, or at least Sasuke does, because Sasuke's just an upfront person at this point. He's like, your teammate can't help you, okay? Just hand over the bomb unless you trying to catch these hands. And Ida still doesn't believe that he's faster than him. He thinks it's a fluke, so he try to speed him off or something. What, that sounded weird, but he tries to do some type of speed battle, see how fast he is, try to throw an attack at Sasuke, try to kick him, and Sasuke at this point just body flickers behind him. He says, "Okay, calm down there, buddy. Calm down." And he just Shinra Tensei's him into a fucking wall. So yeah, that nigga gone. He gone. He just hit the wall. he's knocked out. He's gone. He's gone. There's nothing else they can do. Momo touches the bomb, and it was an easy clap. Momo, she didn't do shit, but she's there, so it counts. Okay, so now they have the 2 extra weeks to train for the sports festival. So yeah, this is gonna be like a this could be a 30-minute video. That'd be crazy. It's probably not gonna be. Probably gonna be like late 20s, but still. Hmm. During the 2 weeks, basically, Momo and Sasuke they basically train. Cause Sasuke he knows, cause Sasuke knows that she has a good power, and she can basically like upgrade it to a point where she can just when she just make stuff right off the bat real fast, and just pay attention to her surroundings so she won't fucking get bodied by Tokuyami. So yeah. And what I'm about to do to every girl character that Deku, or in this case Sasuke, is supposed to be like or whatever. They have to get bodied by somebody in the tuning exams. Or not the tuning exams, the sports festival. I mean, it's the same thing. They stole it. But it's the same thing. If somebody has to get bodied, so the main character can get mad and use his full power and be like, God tier now, get bodied. So you know where that's gonna go. But Momo is gonna be a lot stronger. She can make stuff faster. She's more aware, and she has even some martial arts taught by Sasuke, and and he even shows how to use like weapons, like swords or whatever. I mean, she technically can use a sword in a fight. She technically can because it's a part of her fucking quirk. So she can do whatever the fuck she wants. So they can't really stop her. It doesn't matter. It's not even a support item. It's a part of her quirk. So you pretty much have that on lockdown. She knows how to use a sword now. So that's pretty much the 2 weeks of training, and that's pretty much it for the 2 weeks of training. And for now, fuck. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, that's tough. Hope I just came back. Just came back, and you know, yeah. So that's pretty much the 2 weeks that they have to train for the sports festival, and that's it. This is gonna be the sports festival time, and sports festival. So now it's the race for the first. Actually, I have to do the podium thing. So Sasuke goes up for the podium. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking win. I'm just gonna fucking win. I'm God tier." And walks off, and some people are mad, but some people actually know his power, so there's like, yeah, he has a good chance of winning. And now start off with the race. Come on. So Sasuke is just faster than fucking everybody. So yeah, I don't really know how to say it. Sasuke's fast. Since Sasuke has his Sharingan in the Rinnegan, he can see where the landmines are, so he knows exactly where to step. And when the zero pointer robots are there, he can just fucking slice them down just to put an obstacle over other people. You know, and they pretty much he's just winning. Okay, he's in first place and he gets first place. Okay, now on to the cavalry battle. It's Sasuke. I was about to say Uraraka. Sasuke, Momo, Tokoyami, Tokoyami, and Mei Hatsume. And yeah, so yeah, they don't get their headband stolen because it's Sasuke. So yeah, so he's still in first place, and now to the 1v1s. That was easy actually. That went way faster than I expected. And now to the 1v1s. The first match is Ida and Mei Hatame. Ida wins. The second match is Momo and Tokoyami. Tokoyami is basically trying to use his black shadow or his dark shadow to push her out the ring like he does in canon. But she's more aware, so this won't fucking happen. She basically like would just make a sword, and she just has some sword skills, sword art online type shit. So she's just basically just jumping all around, just smacking this man with a sword. Not really hitting him, but he's hitting his quirk, his his quirk, and she has some martial arts. So when the swords get knocked out of her hand, she's got to do this hand to hand combat. There ain't nothing else to do. I mean, Momo should have been like a better character. Momo should have been a better character. So yeah, she's just doing this hand to hand combat to Tokoyomi. Cause she's fucking strong in this one. Cause she been. It doesn't take that long for children to get strong. It really doesn't. And plus Sasuke. So if you get trained by Sasuke, you're just gonna be a god. And so she's basically just slamming this man with godly strength, and he can't really do anything because it's daytime, and his power is mad weak. All it can really do is push you back, like he did. So it can't really attack. It can't truly attack. It's kind of only a defensive quirk. So you know, Tokoyami would lose that fight. She would go on to the next round, and and now it's Deku and Shinso, or Sasuke and Shinso. They basically kind of have a similar thing, similar mind control, I guess you can say. And I don't know why, but so Shinso's mind control would be too weak for Sasuke. And he has Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan. I don't care. He has Mangekyo. He has Mangekyo and Rinnegan. I don't know what you want me to do. What? Like, so he's having a full blown conversation with Shinzo, and that's when he puts him on a Genjutsu, and he fucking walks out to his ring. And he was like, "What? That was his quirk. Did he just take his quirk?" And Sasuke just walks off. And everybody's like, "What? Shinzo's quirk was mind control." And Sasuke Uchiha just did it to Shinzo. Oh my god. Oh, it was unexpected. No one really truly knows the full. Just like in Naruto, no one knew the full power of the Mangekyo or the Rinnegan. So having both is just fucking crazy. So yeah, they was really giving everybody Mangekyo and Rinnegan. They gave Sasuke it, Obito, like Madara. They were just passing them shits out. Just saying, kind of facts though. No, mm, no. What match happened next? Oh, Bakugo Uraka. You already know how that went. Same as canon. So Uraka is fucking got bodied. No, know what that means? It's Sasuke versus Todoroki time. Or no, actually, it's not. He just had his turn recently, so it's Momo in Todoroki time. Yeah. No, I'll say it's Bakugo versus Todoroki. And yes, Bakugo versus Todoroki. I'm just gonna put that off as Bakugo would beat Todoroki like he does in canon, and that means Momo's up next to fight Bakugo. And since explosions, Bakugo can use it as defensive to basically blast the rocks like he did to Uraka. And he can kind of use it to fly, and he can just have all types of hits on Momo because he can just get everywhere with his explosions. So she knows that she gonna have to make a shield, but she's gonna have to make a shield. And Bakugo, seeing that she has a shield, she can just try to push him out. But he would just kind of try to go up to her and try to use the explosion. But say that everybody has a little bit of chakra. You just have to have chakra control. So Sasuke at least taught her um, two jutsu. Yeah, taught her two jutsu. These jutsu were substitution and fucking walking on shit. So yeah, it's just called chakra control. But hmm, I'll say he basically shows how to do a fake Chidori. Basically, an imperfect one, so it has no leveling about how much power he actually uses. So it might even not even hurt. It could just even kill, or it could just bounce you off somewhere. So she has no real chakra control with the Chidori. It just goes whatever scale it wants to go at that point. So with Bakugo pretty much trying to beat the shield down and get it out the ring, get her out the ring, he would use a substitution jutsu and basically just appear in the air, right near him, just to kick him in his head. So she basically got the first hit on him, and Bakugo just gets even more mad because it's a girl. I just feel like Bakugo would be a person who would be mad at a girl for beating him up. So yeah, I just feel like he would be that type of person. So he would just get even more mad and start using more power. And she only has so much chakra. She knows that she's gonna have to use the rest of it for this Shidori. Now this fight has been going on, pretty much the same thing happening over again. Somebody gets a hit in off of somebody trying to. No, it's just basically a decoy type thing. Somebody gets a hit in, somebody else has to get another hit in. Basically, just taking turns at this point. And Bakugo is getting even more mad that he can't beat her. So Bakugo's like, "Am I a joke to you? Y'all keep on putting me against girls." And Momo, she's kind of tired. She hasn't really been using any of her actual quirks, so she still can do shit. She still can do shit. And basically, Bakugo has been using all of his quirk, and she has just been using a little bit of chakra that she has. And she basically, mm, and when she has only enough to make a Chidori, she says, "Okay, I'm just gonna have to use my quirk for now on." And Bakugo is losing, a lot of energy for his quirk. So with her trying to make something and Bakugo going for a Howard's impact thing, one of his moves, it basically it basically tries to knock her out the wing. What do you want? Come downstairs and unlock the door for me. Okay. So it basically tries to use the Chidori, and she just has to take that explosion full brunt with that, with that. So that with her shield, so she just has to run through it, and that's when Bakugo is just about to fucking smack her at this point. And he's just done with this shit. And she's basically running at him with a Chidori. She doesn't really have a lot of speed, but no, it's strong enough to hit her. So she's basically running at him with the Chidori, and I'll say Bakugo gonna get fucking clapped. Yeah, it's gonna be Deku versus Nomu now. I mean Momo now. It's gonna be a weird matchup. So this is gonna be this for. It's gonna be the end of that. Okay, bye. Okay, I gotta go now. Yo, it's your boy Opally, and today we're just been doing yet another My Hero What If. This is What If Deku was the reincarnation of Sasuke Uchiha. So let's get into it. We pretty much left it off at Momo versus Deku, I believe I said, and yeah, Momo versus Deku. It's kind of a weird matchup. So let's get into it. Momo would Momo would walk up to the stadium, so would Deku, and Deku's like, "I kind of don't want to fight you right now. Just forfeit, please, please." She's like, "Nah, I got it. I got this for her. I want to try to win." You know. So the match is getting started, and she's pretty much has been thinking about a plan to try to beat him because he's Sasuke. Just no one beating he's Sasuke. I mean, he's Sasuke right now though, but like I don't even know what she was even trying to do, but she goes to try to fight him, and she says, "I'm probably not gonna win, but it is what it is." So I guess um, she just got like a sword because Sasuke taught her to use swords, and she just basically using the sword against Sasuke. Well, technically, Sasuke can't use a sword because it's not part of his quirk. Yeah, yeah, he can't use a sword. So Sasuke just doing hand to hand combat with his hands only. And at this point, he knows he's just gonna be able to. Well, he can't really put her in a genjutsu because she has some chakra control and she has a little bit of chakra, so she can actually just try to get out of that. No, but he has the Mangekyo, so it's not gonna work too. It's not gonna work like that. But he kind of wants the other people who are watching, to at least enjoy this. You know? So he's pretty much just fighting Momo, and they're pretty much going at it. Like it's a good fight, but obviously Sasuke is holding back. You know, Sasuke's just holding back because he can't. Like he pretty much has been holding back on everybody because he can't use his full power. Because if he were to, like, The My Hero universe, nah, shit been done. He's still holding back, and well, people are just not winning. So what's the sense of him going full power? And since they obviously have speakers because they want to know what's going on, Sasuke's like Renegon, and he's pretty much just activate the Renegon and tries to push her out the ring with Shinra Tensei. So yeah, that's pretty much what he tries to do. But she's more aware, and he pretty much she stops it. He's like, damn, okay. What should I use now? What should I use? He can't really use Amaterasu because that's probably gonna spread and kill everybody. So he doesn't truly know what to use. And since she still has a shield, she's like, okay, yeah, I'll just use Amaterasu on the shield so she can't block any of my attacks now. Unless she makes another shield. And I'm way faster than she makes stuff, so he's pretty much just formulated a plan right then and there during the fight. And he uses Amaterasu, and well, her shield is no more. He just makes sure that only gets, at least he would hope that Momo would just drop the fucking shield. Because there's fire on it, bro. Like, just drop the shield. So, yeah, that's pretty much his plan. It pretty much works out for him because he's Sasuke. And, he just has everything planned out for him, bro. He has it all. He has it all. There's nothing that anybody can ever do to defeat him. And, he still has a sword, so he says, okay, this is gonna be easy. All I gotta do is just finesse the sword away from her. And she's pretty much done. She has nothing. And Momo got a few tricks up her sleeve. She pretty much can. Well, she pretty much is trying to basically make stuff faster, make it more durable. So like it doesn't break, but you're not gonna beat Amaterasu frames. So as long as he doesn't use Amaterasu, she thinks that she's gonna be good. I mean, yeah, she thinks she's gonna be good as long as he doesn't use the black flames. And everybody's cheering because this is a fight that doesn't seem like it's so one-sided, even though it is. It just doesn't look like it is. So Sasuke has the sword now, and now he's just swinging it with his precision because he's a god. You know, it's just because he's Sasuke. So yeah, there's really nothing. There's really no way other to explain why he's so strong. It's because he's Sasuke. So Sasuke is pretty much Sasuke. He's like, okay, this kind of is taking a bit, so I might just have to finish this, cause this ain't it, Chief. So he pretty much charges up for Chidori. No, he doesn't really feel like killing her. No, doesn't really feel like killing her right yet. Yet, listen to me. Yet, he doesn't feel like killing her yet. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna hit her with this Chidori, and this is gonna be over. And she charges up her own Chidori, or her little imperfect bootleg Chidori, her Dollar Tree Chidori, her Bodori. It doesn't even deserve the name Chidori. That's how trash this shit is. Hey, but it beat somebody. It beat Todoroki, but Todoroki, he a bitch. So see, they both charging up for Clash. Basically, they're both charging up for a Clash, and it happens. I'm not gonna say they lose their arms. Like, no, not that, not like that. No, no, no. It's kind of like she get body type thing, and he's just standing there like, whoa. I know her Chidori is not that great, but that should have done some damage. What's going on? It bodied Todoroki. What's the problem? Because I feel like if he was gonna get hit by a weak attack, it will it if he was gonna get hit by an attack that's not really weak, but it's not to the level of you basically dying because you lost your arm type shit. It's kind of like it doesn't really phase him. He's like, that was supposed to hurt. Okay, I'm not really complaining, but just what happened? So yeah, he pretty much is being announced to be the winner, and now everybody, at least, wait, dang, I almost forgot that I almost forgot. And it's not it's it's not no it's not as bad, I guess you can say. But Sasuke doesn't really care about winning at this point because all he knows that he's gonna have to murk his brother right now, and yeah, so all he knows that he's just gonna try to murk his brother. That's all he needs to do. So he's just trying to go for this hero thing, just so he can have a license and just try to fucking murk Itachi. No, because he's a hero. He can do it. Then he'll probably just fucking retire and just chill out. Because he really did not really care about being a hero. Like he wasn't really about that life. So that's pretty much that fight. And Sasuke's not really thinking about, or not really caring about how he won that much anymore, or at all. He's worrying about his brother at this point. And it was like he doesn't seem like he's happy about it. It doesn't seem like he's happy to win. It's he has things to handle. That was basically what he says to the people who ask him, like, why is he not happy? Because he just won the sports festival. He's gonna get like a whole bunch of internships, and he, he says, because I have to handle some business. Nope. And no, basically, the League of Villains is kind of no more. It's kind of it's since Itachi has just joined the League of Villains. He's running shit now. It's not Shigaraki running the League of Villains. It's fucking Itachi and All for One. So Itachi is the fucking leader for the outside of the Akatsuki now. Now it's the Akatsuki, even though none of them are true Akatsuki except for like Itachi, obviously. But so he pretty much runs the League of Villains and just made it the Akatsuki all over again. So yeah, he's pretty much waiting for his bro. He's pretty much been waiting for his brother to come and clap his cheeks. No homo though. So yeah, I don't know why, but that was just so dumb to me. Like, why would he wait for his brother to come and kill him? I know he was trying to make him strong, but you could have just trained him. You could have just pretended to kill all of them, put him in a genjutsu, so he would get Sharingan. It not like it would go away. Like, Itachi was supposed to be a prodigy, but that was kind of fucking retarded. I know he did it because you know what they told him to, but you didn't really have to do it. But Sasuke is not really feeling it, so he's just going off. He went back home. He don't really care about this shit. And ever since he already has a plan to fucking body them. Okay, to fucking body. Like if he running with the League of Villains, which he thinks is the League of Villains still, but it's Akatsuki now. If he runs into him again, he pretty much and he's just hoping that some people would help him try to find his brother and try to murk the villains. So he pretty much has a team Taka in this. Okay, I would need somebody to pick who's gonna be on this team. Like anybody from class, like anybody from the class. Like who's gonna be on the team? Like who's gonna be a part of Team Taka? Who's gonna catch the Chidori right in front of right in their heart? Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? I need answers. So he's pretty much just trying to formulate a Team Taka, trying to make his own little version of a Team Taka, and he has some people, but I don't really know who I want to be in there. But I have some ideas like Todoroki or something. Probably Bakugo, but Bakugo's kind of a bum. I don't know, but y'all gonna have to pick. It really doesn't matter who it is. It just have to be in UA or just in the class in general. So yeah, no, I'm done with that. No, and he once he does go back to the school, no, he gets hella fame, at least more now because he just won the sports festival, and just even more. And now he just has the whole fucking like every girl in the school after this nigga right now. It ain't good for him. He enjoy this shit. This is not good. No, he's not having a good day. And even Mineta don't even like Sasuke. Reason he get all the girls. It's obvious. Mineta's a weirdo. Sasuke's unintentionally doing this shit because he's just that powerful, man. He just has it like that. So he's pretty much getting crowded. Like people are noticing him in public. So he's just trying to hide at this point. He can't even do this anymore. He's trying to hide. He's not enjoying himself. And he still has to, he says, okay, if no one's gonna help me, I'm just gonna have to go do this shit on my own. Now he plans to kill Itachi on his own, but he'll still need to find him. But he knows that probably most likely no one's gonna help him because he kind of didn't make any friends. So his goal is to be nice to people and try to make friends with them so they can be on his side when he asks them to join Team Taka to fucking try to murk some villains and try to find his brother so he can murk him too. Like, just imagine this man says hi to you, then the next day he said, "Okay, let's go. We're going off to kill my brother now." Like what? I mean, I don't even know you. So he pretty much is trying to find, people, and he has ideas like Bakugo, maybe Todoroki. He has problems with his family, so yeah, sure, sure, why not? And he's basically trying to find people while trying to not be found. So once he does actually get into the class, everybody's congratulating him. Oh, you did it! Yay! You know people who are not really happy for him, like Todoroki, Bakugo, which are one of the couple strongest people are not happy, and Ida's definitely not happy because this nigga's faster than him. He's like, this kid, how is he faster than me? Ida just Ida just running around with half a fucking brain now. So let's get into the internships. Yeah. So since he got number one and he's fucking mysterious and has mad powers, he gets the most recommendations or internships from Hero Sasuke. And when Sasuke sees Ida turning into an edge lord, he's like, "Nah, son, that's my job. Calm down." So that's pretty much why he's following Ida to wherever he was supposed to go in Hosu City, and you know the fucking body, try to beat, what's his name, Stain, yeah, trying to beat Stain. So he's pretty much trying to find him, and once he does get to the same agency as Ida, he's not really getting trained for anything because he's just a god. No, and once he realizes that all this shit is happening outside and people are getting attacked by nomus and endeavors out there clapping cheeks, everybody evacuating the agency, and you know what's his name? Ida. Ida just starts running off to fucking alleyway trying to find Hero, trying to find Stain. And he eventually does and gets clapped. Then Sasuke's like, hmm, I feel his I feel his chakra. He finna die right now. I told him not to be an edge lord. That's my job, man. What is he doing? Okay, I'm just gonna have to clap this villain's cheeks and live my life. I'm not even gonna fucking help this guy. He's gonna have to learn a fucking lesson. So he pretty much just looks at Stain when he looks up. He pretty much like, yo, what? Why you doing this right now? And that's when Stain looks up. He's like, fucking wannabe fucking hero, edgelord ass nigga, just fucking roasted him. And Stain was low key roasting people though. He's calling them all wannabes, bro. And either he is a wannabe. Like he actually does want to be like his brother. So I guess he is a wannabe. So he's pretty much just bodying Stain by just putting him in a genjutsu, Kakashi and him, like Itachi did to Kakashi when he just pulled up on the Leaf Village. Like, the fuck is up? Y'all let Sasuke out the village? Nah, okay, I see how it is, and just start fucking up Kakashi. He pretty much does the same thing with all the knives stabbing him for like 49 years, even though he was really just staring at him for like 9 seconds. So he's just godlike at this point. So he pretty much did the same thing that Itachi did to Kakashi. And Stain ain't having a good time now. He was enjoying bodying Anita. Now he getting bodied. And once it is over, Endeavor is there. And you since Deku, since since people like, okay, I'm just gonna say the whole class, like at least some of the some of the girls knew that he was bodying villains out here. And when they heard that he wasn't gonna get no credit, they they was about to fuck that they was about to fuck that dog up, bro. They was about to fight that dog like on site. That cop dog, he was about to fight him on site. He was like, nah, he getting credit. Are you gonna get your ass clapped? You didn't get clapped, okay? You getting credit. He's getting credit, and he gets credit, and now he's like, no, I don't want credit, and he gets credit, and now everybody knows him. Like, yeah, he's at this point, he's that guy. At this point, he's that guy. And what else is there to do? I mean, all there is left is is them exams that they did. Hmm. I don't really know. So all there is left is just the exams, and I guess I'll just do that, and I'll leave part four for the All Might and All for One shit, and yeah. So yeah, let's get into that fucking arc. So Aizawa he pulls up on him. He's like, yeah, he about to we about to hit the bus real quick because we finna go on a field trip. And the whole class they think they going on a fucking vacation, but nah, they going to the fucking forest. There's no hotel. There's no bagels. They go into a forest to train all day, even though they just got off of fucking fighting to the death. So they're just not having a good day. And now he has a whole fucking crowd, and he got Monoma, we got the fucking all class 1B. You got Shinzo talking shit about Sasuke. Oh, he's lucky. Now he got all the girls. Now, like, ain't nobody having a good day. Like, no one's having a good day. Not class 1B, not class 1A. No one's having a good day. And once they do get there, they kind of just settle in for the first day. And every other day, they just get more training and more training and more training. And they're on like their fourth day, and they're thinking about to leave. They about to leave on the seventh, and that's when the attack happened. That's when the Akatsuki try to blow up the Leaf Village. So they pretty much pull up on him. Muscular's there, and he tries to kill Koda because he's in his way. And Sasuke's like, nah, son, and just hits him with a genjutsu and a stab in the neck and throws him off a fucking mountain. And he pretty much runs back and he sees Aizawa fighting the fucking rest of the Akatsuki, like Toga and all them bitches, and Uraka is actually fighting Toga right now. So he's like, their quirks don't even like. There's really no way for Uraka to come close to her because she has a fucking knife. And what is her quirk even gonna do? So he pretty much just helps Uraka out by just putting her in a or just putting Toga in a genjutsu that makes her stand still. So she's basically just standing still, and Uraka pretty much takes a knife for her gun head, you know, internship training, and he goes to look around. He's looking out. He's looking out for more people. He's like, fuck, fuck. Oh shit, this ain't good. There's mad villains here. Nah. Okay, okay, this ain't good. And he sees two people getting taken instead of just one. He sees Bakugo getting took, and he sees Momo getting took. So he's like, this ain't it, Chief. So All Might eventually comes, and they're kind of wrapping up with the villains now because All Might's here and Sasuke's there. So no, they're pretty much wrapping it up, and hmm, Sasuke pretty much fills him in about two kids getting kidnapped. So they pretty much fucking do the whole pizza delivery thing like they fucking did in the anime. I don't know how you fucking fall for that. Knock knock. Did you order a pizza? No. Why would the villains order pizza and know it's good? But nigga, you're just giving some random people your address. What if they wanted to be a fucking hero and they just have a job and they had a run in with you? Like it just wouldn't be good to order food. But they still fall for that bullshit, and it is what it is. They still fall for it, and Uraraka and Momo are just getting saved. They're pretty much being asked, "Oh, do you want to become a hero or a villain? You can join the Akatsuki. We can give you milk." And Bakugo's like, "Fuck that." Momo's like, "I'm good. I'm good. No, y'all just kidnapped me. Maybe you should ask me politely. I'm good. This ain't it, Chief. This just really ain't it. I don't like that." Can't, so they pretty much say no, and they pretty much no, they pretty much choose to be heroes. He says, "Okay, this is your funeral then," because they got fucking Itachi there and All for One. So you know how it is. So eventually they get saved, and it's pretty much the whole class fucking watching All Might. And Sasuke feels like All Might got this against All for One until it goes down south and it's not fucking working out. So that's when he's like, "Oh shit, I might just have to actually help." And that's when he knows he has to help. When fucking Itachi pulls up off the fucking portal, he says, "Momo, let's go. We where you going?" So he pretty much just fucking he pretty much is fucking bodying, or at least trying to. I'm not gonna say he is, but I'm gonna leave this on a fucking cliffhanger. I hope people are mad, bro. But he's pretty much trying to hit All for One with all he got and Itachi. He's mainly going for All for One. So it's All Might, Momo, and Sasuke all trying to fight him. And Bakugo is gonna come over there because he's not gonna let Sasuke show him up and some girl that he didn't even beat show him up again. So he's not trying to have this. He's not trying to have this. So he's just not really feeling it. So Bakugo's there too. And Bakugo's fucking trash, so he's gonna get knocked out easy by Itachi. And Sasuke doesn't really fucking care. So he's pretty much just fucking switching. They both have. If you ever seen Sword Art Online, you know what I mean. And he's basically doing this whole shit with. So Itachi got a fucking sword. Sasuke got a sword. Momo got a sword. Everybody got swords. Not really, but Itachi, Momo, and Sasuke, they all got swords, and they're all just like, okay, fucking trying to body each other at this point. And he even, and to the point where Itachi pretty much kicks Sasuke back, and now it's just Momo, and Momo's so focused on trying to basically try to beat Itachi, she doesn't notice, and she's pretty much going in on her own, and she pretty much notices at the last fucking moment because she's like switch, and he's not fucking there, and he's coming up, but he's just not fucking there, and you know that's when that's when Itachi looks him in his eyes, and Sasuke's like looking at him in his eyes. And since Itachi's genjutsu is not as strong as Sasuke's, Sasuke is put under the genjutsu for like just for a minute, just for like a second. He's put under the genjutsu, and that's pretty much where in the real world he pretty much stops, and Momo gets stabbed by Itachi. So like straight through the fucking stomach. So she's pretty much she ain't having a good day. She's not good. So she's like, fuck, this ain't it, man. That's she's like the old anime thing when they about to die, and Sasuke can't do nothing because hmm, he's fucking he's fucking he's in a genjutsu for like 5 seconds. And that's when he notices that, she's fucking on the floor, fucking dying. And he's like, not a fucking again. So that's when his Renegon pretty much evolves. And that's when his Renegon pretty much evolves and gets the Tomoe. And he's in his fucking what do you call it? Oh fuck, bro. How do I forget the name? It's gonna be so the fucking name, I already forgot it, bro. I hate that I forgot the name. I forgot what it's called, but the fucking big thing, the fucking no, the rib cage. He pretty much brings out the rib cage and the full thing. He brings out the full something with an S. He brings out the fucking full. He brings out the full thing, and it's just not it for Itachi at this point. He has the Tomo in his Renegon, and he has the Tomo in his Renegon, and it just be like that sometimes. So he's pretty much bodying him at this point, or not really. He just got his some Tomo in his fucking Renegon. Pretty much where I'm gonna leave it off. What's it called? I forgot what it's called, but I know what I mean. I forgot what it's called, but I know what I mean. It's the fucking thing where he just has a big fucking rib cage and no fucking arms and body and shit. The thing that he fought with, I forgot what it's called. I just can't name it at this point. So, he pretty much has that. And, he's feeling fucking powerful right now. Like, he's feeling like a fucking god. Which he already was, but, even more of one now. And since with his anger, he just, he's, this is it, This is where I'm gonna leave it off for part three. I'm sorry I left off with a cliffhanger and make sure you fucking, yeah. Okay, it's your boy Lee, and today we're just gonna be doing yet another My Hero What If. This is what if Sasuke, or what if Deku was the reincarnation of Sasuke. So let's get into it. This would all start off with, Sasuke being put into a genjutsu, and Momo being fucked up, and Itachi versus Sasuke. Right now, just let's get it. So Sasuke would pretty much throw a kick at Itachi. Itachi would catch it, and he would realize how fast and strong that kick was. It even sprained Itachi's hand, but no, that's not what to worry about. So Itachi would throw a kick to Sasuke's ribs. Sasuke would flip out the way, and in mid-air, he would do a fireball jutsu. Then he would body flicker right behind Itachi and try to slice him straight in half. They're going for death blows here, and Itachi would just body flicker, and he would basically just spam run right to Sasuke and start trying to body him too. He would use all types of techniques, like even his Mangekyo Sharingan, and he obviously is not seeing too well. Neither is Sasuke with his Mangekyo, but he can see with his Rinnegan. So he pretty much says he really wants to end this. So he uses Shinra Tensei and a Chidori to try to literally put a hole right through this man's whole stomach. So yeah, it doesn't really work because Itachi would just use substitution jutsu, and Sasuke would just be stuck with a log that he would use to throw right at Itachi. But that's actually the substitute jutsu, and substitute jutsu, pretty much the log would turn into Sasuke, and Sasuke would be charging him with his sword, pretty much, and Sasuke would throw his sword past Itachi, and Itachi says you should never throw your weapon, and Sasuke would just smirk and he would teleport right through it, and he would just keep on throwing it around Itachi, and Itachi would eventually try to catch it, and that's what Sasuke's plan was. At the last second, Itachi would realize his plan and he would get kicked right in the stomach. And right when Itachi's flying back, Sasuke would throw his sword at the wall, or kind of at the wall, kind of at the rocks, and it would teleport right. He would teleport right behind Itachi, forming a Chidori, and about to try to clap Itachi right through the wall. This would not work as much because it's so yeah, it just wouldn't work, and Itachi would just do a flip off of Sasuke's shoulder and says nice try, and they would pretty much be going at it with hand-to-hand combat. And 30 minutes later, they're starting to use and lose a lot of chakra. Sasuke and Itachi are starting to wore themselves out. If they don't finish this, or somebody doesn't finish this, this is gonna end truly badly. And midway through this fight, Momo would wake up, seeing Sasuke not in the best shape right now, and she's pretty much just hoping for Sasuke not to die, because she moves, her blood will leak out, and she just might die herself. So what can she do right now? So she's pretty much in her own head. Who do I help? And she would just try to get up with all her might, and pretty much she would pick up her pole and start using it, and she's pretty much pushing herself to the limit of using more speed and strength against Itachi, as she comes out of nowhere and pretty much kicks Itachi in the back, making Itachi go closer to Sasuke. Sasuke would widen his eyes, not realizing it's Momo. As soon as he looks, he would smirk, and he would pretty much body flicker right next to Momo, and he would use a Chidori, and he would pretty much drive it into the ground. As Itachi is getting back up from the kick, about to about to attack Sasuke, and he notices the girl Momo, and he's like, okay, and that's when he sees her body flicker away, and he's like, oh shit, I have Sasuke and her on me record. Okay, bet. And Sasuke would be running at him with the Chidori, and he would pretty much be an inch away from Itachi, and Momo would basically push him right to the Chidori, and it would go right through him, pretty much making Momo and Sasuke think that they killed him. But literally a second later, Itachi would say, "No, it was a Genjutsu," and that's when it would unrelease, and Itachi would still be standing there well and alive. Itachi would be bleeding from his eye though, and so would Sasuke. Momo not really understanding the Sharingan. She says, well, maybe they just got hit in the face, but she doesn't really know why. And Sasuke uses his Mangekyo, to try to put Itachi under a Genjutsu. And he would be looking at Sasuke, and Sasuke would just bleed more blood as he would just use his Mangekyo. So she's like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And as they both would basically have Itachi, or Sasuke would have Itachi in a Genjutsu. Pretty much, he pretty much put him under that Kakashi Genjutsu when he's getting stabbed. Some Sasuke's eyes are a lot stronger than Itachi. Itachi's still a threat, but he's still a lot stronger than Itachi's eyes, because Itachi is kind of getting weak. I'm not gonna cap. So, he's pretty much not doing the best, and Itachi is pretty much getting that Kakashi treatment, getting some sword stabbed into him, pretty much taking his chakra while it's happening. So Deku, so when Itachi uses the rest of his chakra, the little bit of chakra that he has, to release himself from the Genjutsu, he was on the floor puking up blood. And at this point, he doesn't he doesn't have enough chakra. He's basically going blind. He says, "Well," and Momo would just look away as she knows what's about to happen, and Sasuke would just put his hand up and use the thunderclap, the true elite version that is big as shit, and the thunder would go from his hand, go back down to his hand 3 times. And Itachi would look at this power. He would just smirk and says, "Yes, yes." And Sasuke would basically say, "Be gone," with the thunderclap. And a thunder dragon would appear, and the Chidori stream would came straight from it, basically blowing Itachi apart. All that remains is Itachi's eyes, which Sasuke would replace with his Mangekyo, earning his true eternal Mangekyo. So yeah. So with Sasuke pretty much being chakra exhausted, him and Momo would fall to the ground. Eventually, they would wake up in a hospital. Sasuke would wake up, and he would just be breathing. He would just be breathing like heavy, and because he wanted to think that Momo died, because she was moving around, she was losing blood, and she kind of fell out before him. So he kind of saw that. So Deku is like, oh shit. And, as he would see Momo. His, still got that stab wound, so she's kind of hurt. And he would summon the King of Hell as he has his chakra reserves back. And he would put Momo in there as she's pretty much asleep. So, and when she does wake up, minutes later after she's totally healed, she would see that she would have no scars, just a bloody spot for some reason. She would pretty much clean herself up and pretty much thank Sasuke for helping her out and dip. Sasuke would go into King of Hell himself just to heal himself too. And he would go around healing other people. I'm pretty sure I'll probably put All Might in the King of Hell to heal his injury, but if I didn't, he did again. And yeah. So other people who got bodied, he would put them in the King of Hell. And as a week later, they would remain going back to school, and they would pretty much be talking about the final exams. The final exams pretty much being where it's students versus heroes, and it's gonna be Sasuke and Momo versus All Might and Aizawa. And this pretty much that's pretty much what's gonna happen. And as Sasuke would just say, yeah, okay, I got a plan to Momo. The plan would be that if we stop time and pretty much take care of Aizawa, and that means we would only have All Might to try to win against. Then we can use Shinra Tensei, or at least I can use Shinra Tensei and pull him towards the exit, pretty much making him leave to win. And that's pretty much what the plan is. But the plan would halfway backfire. They would catch Aizawa, but when the Shinra Tensei when Sasuke would try to use Shinra Tensei to bring All Might closer, All Might would basically come closer and try to attack Sasuke. And Sasuke would have to just do a Chidori and run at All Might, and it's not a strong one. It's just one that can pierce your skin, can't really go through you, so it's just gonna bring some pain. And that's what he tries to do. And All Might would basically grab his hand and try to slam him, but he would just go into a substitution jutsu. Then the shadow clones of Sasuke would appear, and the substitution jutsu will become Sasuke again and kick All Might. And Momo would pretty much being on the other side of All Might behind him, with him not really noticing about Momo. She ain't gonna get slept on. So Momo is pretty much pulling up on All Might, bodying him, pretty much hitting all of his pretty much what chakra points would do to somebody with no chakra. It would pretty much render that body part useless, and you can't use it instead of just not be able to use chakra. So that's what she's doing with the pole. She's basically just fucking shit up, and literally, he pretty much she pretty much hits him in the leg, and now he can't use his left leg. So his left leg is totally numb, and he can't use it. He's like, what? And that's when he look at Momo, and he would look at Momo, and he's like, oh shit. Then he would look up, and he would hear this chirping sound. It's like 1,000 birds or something. He would look up, he would see Sasuke with a Renegon and a Mangekyo and with a Chidori ready for a fire release. And he's like, shit, I can't move. And he can only try to turn around and take the Chidori to the back. And that's exactly what he does. Pretty much, now that All Might is pretty much hurt to a point where anybody, when he can't move his leg, and he kind of has a Chidori right through him, then No, he makes the mistakes of looking Sasuke in the eyes when he turns around. So he's in the Genjutsu. So they immediately win after that. So that's pretty much their win. And, they congratulate themselves to like, yeah, we did it. It was just that easy. We can take out. You can take All Might any day. And pretty much, the rest of them would go as normal. It's just that Bakugo wasn't on Deku's team. So, Sasuke and would pretty much go and watch the other matches and see who would win. No, and this would pretty much be how it is. And now that they kind of have their hero licenses, they're gonna be going to Night Eye. Sasuke would go to Night Eye, and I don't even know where Momo went. If she even did anything. Oh yeah, she went to that lady, but no, she's not gonna go there no more. She's gonna go with Sasuke. So along the way of Sasuke, Mirio, and Momo pretty much patrolling the neighborhood, they would see a girl, and she looked scared and actually hurt, being bandaged up on the legs and arms. And that's when they would see Overhaul, and it was like, and Momo would question if that was that was his daughter or whatever, and Overhaul would just say yes, yes, yes in a weird tone, kind of making it seem even more fake. As Momo and Sasuke are going to attack and try to take initiative and do something correct for a second, Mirio would try to stop them. Mirio would try to stop Momo and Sasuke, and they do stop Momo and Sasuke, and they go back and tell Night Eye, and that's when the plan is fully initiated. And they have the address of where they were, so they pretty much know what's going down. So they called number 1 hero, number 2 hero. They call top 10 heroes. They got a lot of heroes, policemen, and because this is not no coincidence. Because Sasuke always has his Rinnegan out, so Sasuke can basically Sasuke stop time. And now he can stop time for minutes. So he stopped time for like a minute, and he pretty much unwrapped, like the bandages from, Eri, and he would see, yeah, she's definitely been cut and bruised, and that doesn't happen like all over your body. So he pretty much knows, and so now there's heroes. There's heroes and pretty much the whole of UA there. And now with powerhouses like Momo and Sasuke, now we have outcomes like Mirio wouldn't lose his quirk because Eri would not have been there, because Sasuke can literally stop time, take Eri to the police, and come back and be like, yeah, I'm back, time to fuck shit up. And that's pretty much what happens. So Mirio would beat one Overhaul, and without having to lose his quirk, and everything would be all nice and dandy. They would throw the festival, and Sasuke, Momo, and Mirio, they would all be there like, oh yeah, we want to see Eri smile, yeah, season 4 bullshit, yay. And all that would happen, and during the festival, she's pretty much now Eri's pretty much happy or whatever. So yeah, and they would pretty much go on with their school lives. That's like the second semester. Damn, they about to graduate. So Yeah, they would pretty much go on with their third semester, pretty much being third years, and years later they would become pretty much heroes. Sasuke is just like fucking God, so he would probably just become number one hero, and Momo would just be that good to the point where she would be able to become number two. So it would pretty much end off with Sasuke and Momo getting a happy ending. So does Eri, Mirio, and everybody else except for the villains. And All Might just retired just to retire because he's All Might. He still got healed from the King of Hell, but there's gonna be a time when you're just gonna have to let other people do their thing, and that's what pretty much happens. Bakugo and Todoroki. Todoroki is gonna be the number fourth hero, number third hero actually, and Bakugo is gonna be number fourth. Pretty much always gonna be salty as soon as anybody even brings it up. But if it's anybody lower than him, he's gonna always bring it up. But if it's anybody higher than him, he's not gonna talk at all. So they pretty much live their lives pretty much differently. And the reason why I'm talking still, because this is about to end and I had to fill up some time. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how this is gonna go for What If Deku was the reincarnation of Sasuke, and bye.